I wasn't going to go into this, but it just keeps getting worse and worse. I have one of these. I've had it for over 4 years, and I've lived by myself, so I don't use it a lot. And I have it plumbed over to the ice maker and everything. But I looked down here the other day, and you know, I can't plumb this. This ain't my gig. I think what I'm going to do is just go into town. But you're just kind of stuck with these things, these push-on, pull-off things. But anyway, I blew a seal or an O-ring here, and it was leaking down, and it had kind of made a mess under there. And luckily, I had some Kilz gray. Let it dry, cleaned it up, and I took those things out of the back there, those two little holes, and I sprayed some bug spray in there and all that stuff. And I've been trying to, you know, make it best I can. But anyway, the O-rings are coming today. So I sit here and I look at this UV light, which is unplugged, okay, and it was leaking here. And this is them. And it was covered with the white Teflon tape with the push-in things that I hate. Anyway, that's kind of the way they do it now. So I've been trying not to jostle this around because I was afraid something would happen. But apparently I cleaned all this up already. This had been dripping for a time, and then I checked all the other connections. But the tail of the tail here, the tail of the story, the moral of the story, I was trying to think of that, is you might want to just, if you got one of these about every 3 years, you might want to just spend the $8 and I'll put the O-rings on it and all that other stuff. Now I've got some moisture detectors coming. That's a good idea, and I just figured, you know, it would last longer than that for as little use as it gets. I have another habit too. I always turn the water off when I leave the house, or turn the well pump off, and then that, you know, saves you too. But luckily no real damage was done in here where this was setting, and it had kind of pulled up underneath this tank and gotten a little moldy, so it was kind of gross. So I had to fix all that up. So that's still working. You know, I did the video on fixing that. So it's been working for a long time. So with my new battery pack and everything, so I like a good pocket light. So I'll tell you what we're going to do here is talking for some reason. Okay, let him look. Okay, so I'm going to clean all this tape off. There's still some on there, and these are identical on both ends. And I'm going to put some JB Weld on them. I'm tired of messing around. And then tonight I'll put some, when I get it all back together, I'm probably going to put it together. I'll put it together and let it sit for a day, and then we'll put some paper under it. I got some brown paper down in the shop, and we'll bring some of that up, and we'll see if it leaks. I'm kind of tired of this stuff. Don't just, if you get a leaky seal, O-ring or whatever, don't just put silicone on it and hope for the best. And don't soak it in WD-40 or anything like that. And and you have to wipe it down real good when you get it back together. So yeah, I was surprised. I stuck my finger there and it was leaking. The other day it was leaking here. Alright, well, let's go mix up some JB Weld and get the rest of this tape off and put them on there. I don't see any problem in that. Why not make it permanent? Wish I could get some brass fittings or something. But it's just too complicated. I wanted to say one other thing. It looks like, and it feels like, when I took the Teflon, when I took the Teflon tape, it's like Rain Man Ray. I always forget low speed jitterbugs like that. It was crusty, so it looks like it's crusty in here. Broke the screwdriver the day I got it, but it's kind of useful actually in its way. I don't know why that is. It just is. But yeah, it's kind of, you got to get all that muck out of there. So, but it actually was kind of firm. So I think that this may have corroded a little bit, but I don't know. So there's some more of it. Oh. Yeah, that feels crusty. So yeah, that don't feel like Teflon tape. It feels harder than Teflon tape. So you got to get every bit of it out. Whatever you do, don't run that UV light without water on it, okay? And especially don't look at it or anything like that either. What a mess. I didn't think there was that much on there, but there was. It don't look like much, now does it? Okay. I used to be able to name every kind of nut there was. It used to drive my mother crazy. What's that from? Best in Show or something? But it just looks like there's a little tiny bit on here. Get a toothbrush. Sometimes you can tease it out of there. Alright, well enough of that. I'm just going to get it off, but a whole lot more on there than I thought there was. So I always keep my JB Weld handy. I get the big tubes. Didn't finish my coffee, and I keep it down at the shop and up here, down in the barn. Okay, let's just JB Weld that on, because I might not get the gaskets till 8. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. And then there was that much on there, and there's still a little bit more on there. Okay. Cleanliness is so important in this world. That just don't seem right. Is it cross-threaded? It is cross-threaded. Well, that ain't gonna matter much in a minute. Maybe that's your issue. Well, I get some JB Weld on it. That won't be an issue. So, I know JB welding and plumbing don't go together unless you're me. Then it does, because it works. Come on, eh? Bring me them O-rings. More than enough. I like to have a little more than enough because I like to have some. Make sure you don't put it on this end, because on this end, so I can kind of have something to go by to see where the hardness is without messing with the thing. So let's try not to get it. Come on, what are you doing? So you might as well just put it on there, huh? Push it down in the threads. Okay, I'm going to do one and then the other. You only need to see one. Okay. And I'm going to take it all the way up so it'll smush out and make a nice tight seal. Now I just use my hands, my fingers to unscrew this fitting. I try to use the right words, not like fuel make it happen or lightning hoses or anything like that. Although I think that's kind of cute, but I'm just not of that type. Okay. Oh, nice lubricant there. I can't go more than that, I don't think. Now, I really don't care about having all this stuff set up in the right place here. Let's I was saying I wasn't going to use any tools. I think I will now. Okay, well, you got the gist of it. I don't want to bust it. Okay, all right. Well, that's the way you do that, or the way I do it. Didn't go beep. Don't know why. Okay, so once you get it on there, I sort of like to make sure, kind of dress it up a little bit. It don't have to be fancy. So I got this one on there. And just sort of make sure it's flat and can't hurt nothing to just kind of make sure you got her. Wasn't that thrilling YouTube fodder there. Okay, so they're both on. It's just after 1. I don't think I'm going to use this, turn it on till tomorrow. Luckily I have enough ice. So, alright. To the rescue once again. Here it comes to save the day. Okay, it's firmed up enough. And as you know, now if I were you, I would put some kind of lubricant on this. And I'll be the last person to tell you what to use there. So you can get some of that other that stuff for plumbing fixtures is silicone, but it's supposed to be like not gonna kill you so bad. So you just do it like that, and then you can feel it engage with the O-ring back there. Yeah, that's going in there. Good. That went in there a little further, I think, than I'm used to. So, all right, let's try to get them framed this time. I don't know. So a little bit of lubricant, and you'll see it and hear it kind of snap. Maybe I got a little too much lubricant on it. Yeah, I'm trying. There it goes. And, well, so it's a little bit JB Weld happiness there. But it's doughy enough. I'm not going to turn it on because I got to take these other filters off because I got my O-ring pack here. And I would lubricate them too with something. But, far be it from me. Okay, so I think we're good enough here. So let's, this is the primary, the secondary, tertiary, I believe is the word. I don't hear that word very often, do you? The third one. And it's up here. So let's see what these look like. If they're dirty, I don't know. I don't think you can get this stuff at the box stores. Doesn't seem like. It seems like every time I've tried to do something there, it never does work. So anyway, we'll see how they look. If they look bad, probably won't worry about it. Just rinse them off or something. And because literally, there's no problems. You know, water just flies out of it. I've had to empty the system a few times, and it didn't take long for it to fill right back up again. I mean, I'm emptying the big tank here. So all right, the big board. Well, I got them all out. They don't look terrible. I mean, I live on a farm with a well, so, and there's a filter over there. There's a great big house filter. So, these look great. These say 100% coconut carbon, okay? Whatever that means. Guess it means just what it says, coconut carbon. What do you know? Well, I guess that's a good thing. Just try not to stress everything too much around here. Well, let's put the new seals in them and turn on and hope it works. Cause I'm gonna give that another hour or two. Let's go up here. Like I said, I ended up using that other JB Weld for another project. So that's always good when that happens. I don't want to get it up in there. Oh boy, it's Krabby Patty night. I make my own Krabby Patties. I could show you the recipe one of these days. So, Yeah, see, that's just a little bit too. We're going to give that another little bit more. I got enough ice to get me through the night, so we're in a good spot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put this together, though, and wipe the floor off. This is real wood. This ain't plastic, so I'll put this floor in myself. Those dumb birds. You hear that thud? I opened the barn to do some work today, and there's about 6 of them stuck up in the barn at the attic, and they won't come out. Bird brains is what they are. Okay, well, let's get this going. She's back together, and I kind of changed the arrangement of the way these worked here. Kind of stacked them up so I can reach in there and get to them easier and see if they're leaking, because they had them kind of all wadded up or something. So just make sure everything's good there. And let's see, it's about 5 o'clock, so I got to go work on some rock work, and then I'm going to come back in. I'll probably get this going about 8 o'clock tonight. I spread out some boric acid. I get this stuff right here, not a sponsor, and I generally just tend to spread that out, because that's about all roach proof is boric acid. So since it was damp down there, I was a little afraid of the bugs coming, but I drilled a hole and it looked down in there and it was fine. So, but still, just err on the side of caution. When in doubt, let safety be the byword. I don't know why in the heck I'm watching something about IKEA. It's the last thing I'm ever going to lay hands on. Look what just happened. It could be out there dead. It hit so hard, it just blew its little feathers all over the place. Poor things. I don't know what's possessing them to do this. I've never really had this trouble before, but it's repeated. Crazy. All kind of bird problems all of a sudden. So anyway, that one hit hard. So I'm afraid I'm going to go out there and have to do something with him, or whatever. We'll see. Hope not. Well, it's time to turn all this back on again. It's been several hours. It's dark outside. Sun goes down, moon comes up. And I got these 3 containers here. But first I'm going to use this paper and see if we got any leaks anywhere. Move this towel. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And I got some moisture detectors coming. The O-rings are in. Frost is on the pumpkin and the hay's in the barn. Wow. This has been a journey trying to get this thing not leak. But we'll see how it goes. About the battery exhausted. It's coming up soon. Alright, so I've got some paper under here. I'm going to turn the water on. It don't matter, where I can turn the water on. Okay, so there it goes. You can hear it going. Oh, I just heard the thing pop. Well, I'm gonna plug in the UV light. Okay, is the little green lights on? Where the JB Weld is. I can hear it draining into this tank. I'm all the way out. Okay. So I'm gonna set a timer. And then we're going to look here. So there's my little green light back there saying everything's okay. Alright, so set a timer. I'm going to make some of my famous, at least to me famous, Krabby Patties. And throw that over there, vacuum around tomorrow. Well, there's nothing over there. There's nothing overtly leaking. Okay. I want my life back in order. But these are going to go under, those 3 containers are going to go under here with my moisture detector things, and we'll see. But, oh, it's green on both. I didn't know it was green on both sides. Okay, cool. Well, just didn't know that. Well, all right, let's set it for 45 minutes. Okay. Oh, gotta make dinner. There's Krabby Patties. Oh boy. Looking forward to that. With a pickle. Clausen pickles. There are no other pickles. I think in England and other countries they have better pickles. But Clausen's about the best I can get here. Okay, well, nothing here. I wasn't expecting it would. That's pretty sealed up now. All right, that's enough for now. It's 8:30. Yeah, I know I eat too late. I always have. I have very little appetite, so that's kind of the way I am. God, nervy. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. End. Enda. So it's been an hour, a little less than that, and that's dry. Okay. Finally. I can't believe it. So here's Krabby Patties, steamy, and the paper has no dark spots. Okay, wow. Well, it's the next day. Got some new driving shoes. I like that. So my little British cars are kind of hard to drive. I got big feet. Well, let's take a look. It sat all night long. Oh, it's a little too early for me. Let's take a look here. We got the water pressure, and she's dry. So we're going to slip her in there. I'm not going to have those water sensors for a couple of days. I'm so far out, it takes a long time for me to get stuff. So we'll put it in there, and we'll wrap this up. But for now, I heard the ice maker go off a couple of times, so it looks good. What do you know? Finally, I can put my doors back on and kind of make it a little bit more normal in here. Be nice. Let me make double sure. Yeah, completely dry. Okay, and dry here. Nice and warm. All right, we're all back in order here. I can't believe it. Been at it for about half an hour. And I would treat this like an AGM battery. If you get 4 years out of a 4-year AGM battery, don't go more than a couple of months. Just change it. So I'd go on your iCalendar or whatever kind of calendar you got and go 4 years in advance and say, change them gaskets. So let's take a look down here. See, I got this so it kind of moves around either way. So there's the trash can. Fits in there. And there's that white boric acid, and everything's in there. And it pays to tie them off so they won't rattle around in the middle of the night. And my little green light's on right there. And I hear it kind of trickling. And so cool. So I can move this over here. and it's all clean and ready to go. And so I'm very, very pleased. So that'll be it. And I got one of these fancy things here, so to turn my disposal on. And I'll tell you another trick: take this thing out every now and then and clean it, because that thing gets gnarly. You can put this and that basket in your dishwasher, and it'll keep them from smelling and being just gross. Just clean your drains every now and then. So another little piece of automotive history here. Okay, let's turn the lights off, and I've got my coffee made. Just got finished. Got my little dash of half and half in there. I'm ready to go. I feel like I've done my best here. So yeah, Musty One's over here working on the Honda motor. I don't want to get in any copyright problems. So let me just turn him off. I've already watched that one anyway. So let's these things are cool. I had to wait a long time, but for driving, they're just slip on and they're just as airy. See the air through them? And that's important. That's nice. Because these big old shoes with the big wings on them for support, I like these, but not for driving. And so anyway, so you just flip your switch right here. Now watch my turtle out there on top of the cupola. You ready? Hit that switch and then he starts going. And that's also true of my little fountain right there for the little birds. So just flip that switch. It comes on. My dad would be proud. He loves stuff like that. So anyway, I kind of got a handle on all this stuff. Well, that's the first time I've been back here and seen this look so nice. So all done by 20 to 10. Great. Give us a thumbs up, the sunny thumbs up. Put that 4-year thing in your calendar, or write it on there. You can use a sticker, whatever you want to do, and just change them. And I don't think I showed you this. And thanks for spending some time with me. See what I did? I put some containers right there to hold water. I can just look in there, and if it's leaking, I can see that it is leaking. It'll just come up sides. I won't get all over my cabinetry again. So that was one of the most important things I was going to tell you. And I almost clean forgot. All right, we'll talk to you next time. I don't know what's next. Who knows? We'll think of something. Looks like the light's on from all this reflection. All right. Boy, I'm tired. One more tip. Okay, when you if you decide to do this, and I suggest that you do it, when you put those little plastic nut containers up, did it again. This one's going to do that. So just trust me. You see down in there, it looks like there's something there. Well, there is. So in order to be able to see the water, you get some of this stuff, your basic food coloring, and just put a couple of drops in the. There's plastic right here. I've learned my lesson. There's a piece of plastic here because it'll stain the stuff. I put in some tile of somebody's house and they had dogs, and we used white grout and it just turned orange mud. So I try to keep that clean. So put some drops of food coloring in each of those. So if you do get a water leak, you'll be able to see it. See, there's just a couple drops in there, and see, obviously it's gonna light up your life there. And there you go, and that'll make it easy to see down here. The sun is bright back here, so you get a lot of backlight. Well, that helps a little bit. Okay, so there's that. Just another little tidbit of help there for you. And but use your moisture things you get from wherever you get them, your moisture detectors. I've actually ordered the 3-pack and then the 5-pack, because I'm going to put one here, back here somewhere, the low point back here. My you won't be able to see it, but I guess maybe you can. My water heater's in here. It's just a little 12-gallon single 110 single element. And I'm going to put one down in this pan right there I have there. This pan is plumbed to the outside if it leaks. And then I'm going to put one in this pan right here for the washer and dryer. and this pan is also tapped in and goes outside. I'm going to put one behind the refrigerator. I'm going to somehow, through here, put one behind here, because my kitchen is so weird. The dishwasher's way over here, and there was a problem with the drain and the fumes coming up from the septic tank. It doesn't drain into the sink. It has its own drain. But I'm going to get a moisture detector back here. I'm thinking I'm probably going to drill it this way or something. I don't know yet. But this is a kind of a thick wall. But I don't care. I mean, you know, if I might get my 4-inch saw and just make an access port there. But I'm not pulling this thing out of here again. I had a heck of a time getting that in there. So you could probably slip it in under here somehow. I might try to think about that. And then I'm going to put one at my bathroom sink here. Put one down here for my bathroom sink. And then I'm going to put one under the toilet. And my shower is in the back there. So I'm going to try to come up with a way to get to the shower by taking this stuff out. This little, I like these things. I remember the first time I saw these at the O'Donnell's when I was a kid. I'm probably going to take that out and lubricate it. It looks like it's working pretty good. Find a way somehow to get a moisture detector under the shower too. So that'll leave me one extra one, and that's fine. So, but anyway, I hear the things are so sensitive. I heard the other day, I was talking to somebody about it, and they had the bug man come, and the bug man just misted over the moisture detector. I think it's a Govee or something like that, and it set it off. Just that little tiny bit of moisture. So that's cool. So that's going to be it. Okay, so that's the end of special tips and tricks. So let's try to keep this thing short. So anyway, looking good down there. I'm all happy. All right, bye-bye. Got some motion detector lights too. I got 4 of them. There's so many critters around here, skunks and stuff. I'm just trying to keep them at bay. I've had to screen off both my porches because something shot out from under the porch the other day, and I don't know. It's just it's fall, so it's kind of getting to be the creature feature hour here. Okay, I'm on October 2028 on my calendar. New O-rings in water system. Okay, see, I did it. And then you got to go down here and you got to hit alerts, and let's see if custom, that's funny. Yearly, every 4 years. Okay, and we want alert. I don't know why they even ask you this. I guess at time of event. So there you go, all done. So I know you probably got a little seasick there because the camera was steady. But there you go. Okay, so that's done. And that's how long it takes, and then you don't have to give it so much thought anymore. Yeah, I'm watching Rasmussen. Sorry. Oops. Let's get that off screen. Okay. Bye-bye.